Number 1. The 1965 Ford Galaxie 500. The 1965 Ford Galaxie 500 is one of those full-size classics that perfectly captures the spirit of mid-60s American motoring. Big, comfortable, and powered by a V8, it's a car built for effortless highway cruising. This example is listed at $22,000, finished in Wimbledon white with a striking red interior, a timeless color combination that still looks elegant nearly 60 years later. Under the hood is Ford's 352 cubic inch V8, now upgraded with a Holley Sniper electronic fuel injection system. Paired with an automatic transmission, power steering, front disc brakes, and air conditioning, this Galaxie offers many of the conveniences modern drivers appreciate while retaining its classic character. The seller also notes that the transmission was rebuilt about 5 years ago. One detail that stands out is the ownership history. The car has been in the seller's family for 15 years, originally belonging to the seller's father. Personally, I always like hearing stories like that because they often suggest the car has been cared for rather than simply passed from owner to owner. The seller claims the car has just 32,000 actual miles, has always been stored indoors, and includes several valuable extras, including the original wheels, tires, air cleaner, brakes, and a fitted car cover. The only issue mentioned is that the oil warning light began coming on last fall, something any buyer should inspect before purchasing. So, is it worth the asking price? In my opinion, yes, with one recommendation. Verify the cause of the oil warning light before finalizing the deal. If it's something minor, this represents a well-equipped and well-preserved Galaxie with tasteful upgrades and documented family ownership. The 1965 Ford Galaxie 500 delivers classic Ford styling, modern drivability thanks to electronic fuel injection, and the kind of comfortable V8 cruising that made full-size American cars legendary. Number 2. The 1969 Dodge Charger. There are few American muscle cars as instantly recognizable as the 1969 Dodge Charger. Thanks to its aggressive styling, hidden headlights, and unmistakable fastback profile, the Charger has become one of the true icons of the muscle car era. This example is located in Groton, South Dakota, with an asking price of $69,990. It's finished in the legendary plum crazy purple, paired with a striking white and black interior, creating one of the most eye-catching color combinations ever offered on a classic Mopar. The seller describes the car as showing just 1 mile, indicating it has likely been freshly restored or completely rebuilt. While no engine specifications are provided in the listing, the emphasis is clearly on the car's outstanding presentation and showroom quality appearance. What truly makes the 1969 Charger special is its timeless design. From the full-width grille and hidden headlights to the muscular body lines, it's a car that continues to define the golden age of American performance more than 50 years after it first appeared. Because the listing doesn't include mechanical details or documentation, prospective buyers should naturally request additional information regarding the drivetrain, restoration work, and originality before making a purchase. In my opinion, this 1969 Dodge Charger is a stunning example of one of Mopar's greatest designs. The vibrant plum crazy finish, extremely fresh presentation, and legendary styling make it the kind of classic that commands attention whether it's displayed at a car show or simply cruising down the road. Number 3. The 1970 Chevrolet Monte Carlo SS. The 1970 Chevrolet Monte Carlo combined the comfort of a personal luxury coupe with the performance potential of Chevrolet's legendary big block V8s. Today, first-year Monte Carlos have become increasingly popular among enthusiasts who want muscle car performance wrapped in a more refined package. This particular Monte Carlo is located in Battle Creek, Michigan, with an asking price of $34,000. Finished in dark blue with a matching blue interior, the car is described as being laser-straight, rust-free, and exceptionally clean throughout. Under the hood is a 454 cubic inch V8 that has been built to 502 cubic inches, providing substantially more power than the factory engine. That power is paired with a 4-speed automatic overdrive transmission, offering strong acceleration while making highway cruising far more comfortable than a traditional 3-speed automatic. Additional highlights include a 12-bolt rear differential, factory-boxed rear control arms, power windows, polished American racing wheels, and BF Goodrich tires. According to the seller, The Monte Carlo runs and drives beautifully and is ready to be enjoyed immediately. In my opinion, this Monte Carlo offers an impressive combination of classic muscle and modern drivability. The stroked 502 big block, overdrive transmission, rust-free body, and clean presentation make it an appealing choice for buyers looking for a powerful street cruiser that can comfortably handle long-distance drives as well as weekend car shows. Number 4. The 1969 Chevrolet Nova Yenko Deuce Recreation. What if I told you that for $81,500, you could own one of the most accurate Yenko Deuce Nova Recreations ever built, without paying the seven-figure price of an original? This is far more than an ordinary 1969 Nova. Finished in its correct dusk blue with authentic white Yenko Deuce stripes, this car was built to faithfully recreate the legendary Yenko Deuce while adding subtle modern upgrades for a better driving experience. According to the seller, the restoration was completed with no expense spared, and the car has been driven only about 100 miles since it was finished. Under the hood is a 350 cubic inch small block V8 built to LT1 specifications, featuring a custom comp cam, correct winter's aluminum intake, finned LT1 valve covers, long tube headers, and a Muncie close ratio 4-speed manual transmission. It also benefits from power steering, four-wheel power disc brakes, vintage air conditioning, an aluminum radiator, and a 12-bolt posi-traction rear end, making it just as enjoyable to drive as it is to admire. Inside, the restored black bucket seat interior remains true to the Yenko theme with a radio delete dash, hood tatch, and Dakota digital gauges that blend classic styling with modern reliability. Even the undercarriage has been restored to an exceptionally high standard, and the car includes documentation from the build. So, is it worth the asking price? Personally, I think this is an outstanding opportunity for someone who loves the legendary Yenko Deuce but doesn't have the budget for an original. With its incredible attention to detail, high-quality components, and modern drivability, this 1969 Chevrolet Nova Yenko Deuce Recreation is the kind of car that can impress both on the road and at any car show. Number 5. The 1972 Pontiac Lemans GT. What if I told you that for $37,900, you could own a classic 1972 Pontiac Lemans GT equipped with one feature that's becoming increasingly rare: a factory-Hurst 4-speed manual transmission. While many enthusiasts focus on the GTO, the Lemans GT has quietly become one of the most overlooked muscle cars of the early 1970s. It offers the same unmistakable Pontiac styling with a personality all its own. Finished in gold with a brown interior, this Lemans has a distinctly period-correct appearance. The warm color combination reflects the styling trends of the early 70s and gives the car an authentic look that stands out from the usual red or black muscle cars. Power comes from a 350 cubic inch V8 with a 2-barrel carburetor, producing 160 horsepower. While it wasn't designed to dominate the drag strip, pairing that engine with the Hurst 4-speed manual transforms the driving experience, making every shift part of the fun. According to the seller, the car has just over 43,000 miles and features bench seating with a leather interior, a combination that's both comfortable and increasingly uncommon in classic muscle-era Pontiacs. What I like most about this car is that it doesn't try to be something it isn't. Instead of chasing huge horsepower numbers, it embraces what made Pontiac great: solid V8 power, attractive styling, and an engaging manual transmission. So, is it worth the asking price? In my opinion, yes. You're getting a low-mileage 1972 Lemans GT, a desirable Hurst 4-speed, classic Pontiac V8 power, and a car that's becoming harder to find in original style condition. It may not wear a GTO badge, but for drivers who appreciate rowing their own gears and enjoying a genuine Pontiac muscle-era experience, this Lemans GT delivers exactly that. Number 6. The 1973 Chevrolet Nova Hatchback. The 1973 Chevrolet Nova Hatchback is one of those classic muscle-era cars that often gets overlooked, but that also makes it one of the better values on today's collector market. Listed at $12,500, this Nova is powered by a 350 cubic inch V8 backed by an automatic transmission, offering the kind of simple, dependable performance that has made the Nova popular with enthusiasts for decades. Finished in white with a black interior, the car presents as a clean driver rather than a fully restored showpiece. According to the seller, the paint is in good condition, the brakes and tires are in very good shape, and most importantly, the car drives extremely well. That's exactly what many buyers are looking for, a classic that can be enjoyed immediately without needing a complete restoration. The seller is also upfront about the car's flaws. The only issue mentioned is a rip in the rear seat, a relatively minor cosmetic repair compared to the expensive rust or mechanical problems that often affect cars from this era. Personally, I'd much rather replace a seat cover than rebuild an engine or repair a rusty body. So, is it worth the $12,500 asking price? In my opinion, absolutely. Finding a running, driving V8-powered 1973 Nova hatchback at this price has become increasingly difficult. If the body is solid and the mechanical condition matches the seller's description, this represents an affordable entry into classic American V8 ownership. The 1973 Chevrolet Nova hatchback may not command the prices of a Chevelle or Camaro, but that's exactly what makes it so appealing. A straightforward, fun-to-drive muscle-era classic that still offers plenty of performance without breaking the bank. Number 7. The 1960 Pontiac Catalina Convertible. The 1960 Pontiac Catalina Convertible represents the elegance of early 60s American motoring, combining bold styling with smooth V8 performance. Long before the muscle car era truly took off, cars like the Catalina proved that full-size Pontiacs could deliver both comfort and power. This example is located in Cottage Grove, Wisconsin, with an asking price of $32,000. Finished in a rich burgundy exterior with a matching burgundy interior, it has the kind of classic color combination that perfectly suits a convertible from this era. Power comes from Pontiac's legendary 389 cubic inch V8, equipped with a 4-barrel carburetor and paired with an automatic transmission. According to the seller, the car runs and drives great, making it ready to enjoy on weekend cruises or classic car events. The vehicle underwent an older restoration completed by a previous owner, and the interior has been reupholstered in cloth while maintaining a clean, period-inspired appearance. One feature that adds extra value is the inclusion of numerous service records, along with the original Pontiac sales brochure, giving buyers additional documentation and history. The seller also notes that this is a 2-owner car, another appealing detail for collectors looking for a well-cared-for classic with a documented ownership history. In my opinion, this 1960 Pontiac Catalina convertible is a beautiful example of a full-size American cruiser. With its dependable 389 V8, older restoration, documented history, and timeless convertible styling, it offers the kind of relaxed driving experience that made Pontiac one of America's most respected performance brands long before the muscle car boom. Number 8. The 1970 Chevrolet Chevelle SS. Few American muscle cars command as much respect as the 1970 Chevrolet Chevelle SS. With its aggressive styling and legendary big block performance, it's widely considered one of the defining icons of the golden era of muscle cars and remains one of the most desirable Chevrolets ever built. This particular Chevelle SS is located in Effingham, Illinois, with an asking price of $85,000. Finished in silver over a black interior, it shows just 31,600 miles and is presented as a fully restored, show-quality example. Under the hood is Chevrolet's legendary 396 cubic inch V8, paired with an automatic transmission. The car is also equipped with power steering and power brakes, making it far more enjoyable to drive than many high-performance cars of its era. According to the seller, the restoration was completed to an exceptionally high standard, with careful attention paid to authenticity and overall presentation. They describe it as an investment-grade collector car that's equally suited for serious collections, national car shows, or weekend cruising. In my opinion, this Chevelle's biggest strengths are its combination of iconic styling, legendary 396 big block power, and high-quality restoration. While the $85,000 asking price places it in premium territory, well-restored 1970 Chevelle SS models continue to be among the most sought-after muscle cars in the collector market, making this an attractive option for buyers seeking a top-tier example. Number 9. The 1963 Ford Fairlane 500 Hardtop. What if I told you that for $27,000, you could own a clean 1963 Ford Fairlane 500 Hardtop that's ready to be driven and enjoyed? Sometimes, the best classics are the ones that stay true to their original character. Finished in blue with a matching blue interior, this Fairlane has the clean, understated styling that made Ford's early -60s cars so appealing. Under the hood is a 289 cubic inch Ford V8, paired with a 3-speed automatic transmission, providing smooth performance that's perfect for relaxed weekend cruising. According to the seller, the original interior remains in great condition, and the car benefits from a few tasteful upgrades, including an aftermarket aluminum radiator for improved cooling and aftermarket air conditioning for added comfort on warm days. Originally a Tennessee car, the seller also highlights the clean underside, suggesting it has avoided the rust issues common to many classics. Best of all, the seller says the car runs great and has additional photos and videos available, giving buyers more confidence before making the trip. So, is it worth the asking price? Personally, I think it is. You're getting a solid V8-powered Fairlane with a clean Southern history, comfortable upgrades, and classic 1960s styling that's becoming increasingly difficult to find in this condition. If you're looking for a classic Ford that's built to be driven instead of hidden away, this 1963 Ford Fairlane 500 hardtop is definitely worth a closer look. Number 10. The 1969 Chevrolet Chevelle SS 396. What if I told you that for $51,995, you could own a numbers-matching 1969 Chevelle SS 396 with a Muncie 4-speed and a restoration backed by boxes of receipts? This is exactly the kind of documentation serious buyers love to see. While the seller notes that the original build sheet and Protecto plate are no longer with the car, they do have extensive restoration records showing just how much time and money has gone into bringing the Chevelle back to life. Finished in its factory Fathom green with a matching green interior, this SS has been restored while staying true to its original appearance. The body received professional work, including new GM quarter panels, inner and outer fenders, a new vinyl roof, fresh trim, glass, and countless other replacement parts. Under the hood sits the matching numbers 396 cubic inch big block, originally rated at 325 horsepower, backed by the legendary Muncie 4-speed manual transmission. During the rebuild, the engine was carefully balanced and upgraded with performance components, including an Urson camshaft, Edelbrock intake, Holley double pumper carburetor, HEI ignition, and an aluminum Griffin radiator. According to the seller, the finished engine was professionally dyno tested, producing 372 horsepower and 424 pound-feet of torque. Out back, the 12-bolt rear axle has also been completely rebuilt with its factory 3.55 gears, making the Chevelle just as enjoyable to drive as it is to admire. The interior has received the same attention, with new upholstery, carpet, headliner, dash pad, and modern audio featuring Bluetooth and USB connectivity, while still preserving the classic appearance. So, is it worth the asking price? In my opinion, yes. A numbers-matching 1969 Chevelle SS 396 4-speed is already a highly desirable muscle car. Add a professionally rebuilt drivetrain, extensive documentation, and a restoration with virtually every receipt saved, and it becomes a very compelling package. Some classics simply look restored. This one comes with the paperwork to prove exactly how it was built. Number 11. The 1962 Chevrolet Impala. The 1962 Chevrolet Impala is one of the most recognizable full-size American classics ever built. Its clean body lines, iconic rear styling, and timeless design have made it a favorite among collectors for decades. This example is listed at $32,500, and what immediately caught my attention is its history. According to the seller, the car has been in the same family for more than 40 years. Long-term ownership like that often suggests the car has been cared for rather than simply passed from one owner to another. Under the hood is Chevrolet's dependable 283 cubic inch V8, paired with a 3-speed manual transmission on the column, better known as the classic 3 on the tree. It's a combination that delivers a genuine early 1960s driving experience, reminding you what American motoring felt like before floor-mounted shifters became the norm. The seller says the Impala is mostly original, with only the wheels, tires, and dual exhaust having been changed. It also carries a few minor cosmetic imperfections, but those are honestly described as normal beauty marks for a car approaching 65 years of age. Even better, the owner says they wouldn't hesitate to drive it anywhere, which speaks volumes about its mechanical condition. So, is it worth the $32,500 asking price? In my opinion, yes. Original, well-preserved Impalas with documented long-term family ownership are becoming increasingly difficult to find. Add in the reliable 283 V8, manual transmission, and honest presentation, and this becomes a very appealing classic for someone who values authenticity over perfection. The 1962 Chevrolet Impala isn't just a beautiful piece of American automotive history. It's the kind of classic that's meant to be driven, enjoyed, and passed on to the next generation. Number 12. The 1972 Cadillac Sedan DeVille. The 1972 Cadillac Sedan DeVille represents the final years of Cadillac's full-size luxury dominance before stricter emissions and downsizing changed the American automobile forever. With its massive proportions, smooth ride, and unmistakable road presence, it's a true symbol of early 70s luxury. This example is located in Davenport, Iowa, with an asking price of $8,500. According to the seller, it has just 64,000 original miles and carries a clean title, making it an appealing option for anyone looking to enter the classic Cadillac world without spending a fortune. Mechanically, this DeVille has received an impressive amount of maintenance. The seller states the suspension has been completely refreshed with new bushings, coil springs, and shocks, while the entire front end has been rebuilt. The braking system has also been overhauled with new rotors, pads, wheel bearings, stainless steel brake lines, and other components, helping improve both safety and reliability. The engine has been updated with hardened valve seats, allowing it to run comfortably on today's unleaded gasoline. New belts, hoses, and air conditioning hoses have also been installed, and the seller notes that the AC system still holds vacuum, providing a solid foundation if the next owner wants to recharge the system. Adding to its character is a set of true dual exhausts with glass pack mufflers, giving this luxury sedan a deeper, more distinctive V8 sound than it originally left the factory with. The sale also includes several spare parts, including a pair of rust-free rear fender skirts. In my opinion, this 1972 Cadillac Sedan DeVille offers exceptional value. It isn't presented as a perfect show car, but the extensive mechanical work, relatively low original mileage, and honest description make it an attractive classic for someone who wants a dependable full-size cruiser that's ready to be driven and enjoyed. Number 13. The 1977 Pontiac Grand Prix SJ. By the late 1970s, American performance cars had shifted away from the raw muscle of the previous decade, but models like the 1977 Pontiac Grand Prix SJ still offered V8 power, distinctive styling, and the comfortable cruising experience that made personal luxury coupes so popular. This particular Grand Prix SJ is located in Muskego, Wisconsin, with an asking price of $18,000. Showing just over 83,000 miles, it's described as a one-owner car and is equipped with an automatic transmission. Under the hood is Pontiac's 400 cubic inch V8, one of the most desirable engines available in the Grand Prix during this era. The car is also equipped with factory air conditioning, adding to its comfort for long-distance cruising. The seller provides only limited information but emphasizes that the car has been well cared for and is seeking serious buyers only. In my opinion, this Grand Prix SJ stands out because of its one-owner history and factory 400 V8. While additional photos and documentation would certainly help justify the asking price, finding an original one-owner SJ with Pontiac's big V8 has become increasingly difficult, making this an interesting opportunity for collectors who appreciate late 1970s American luxury performance. Number 14. The 1977 Chrysler Newport. What if I told you that for just $8,500, you could own a full-size American coupe with a 400 cubic inch V8, original paint, and over 50,000 original miles? That's exactly what this 1977 Chrysler Newport brings to the table. Finished in yellow with an off-white interior, this two-door Newport represents an era when American cars prioritized comfort, smooth highway cruising, and effortless V8 power. Under the hood is Chrysler's 400 cubic inch V8, paired with an automatic transmission, providing the kind of relaxed driving experience these full-size Mopars are known for. According to the seller, the car spent the last 30 years stored in a garage, helping preserve its original paint, original interior, and a completely rust-free body. Even more impressive, they claim the car runs and drives like new, making it an appealing survivor rather than a restoration project. The original lean burn ignition system is still in place, and the seller says the car averages around 14 miles per gallon, which is respectable for a full-size V8 of this era. The air conditioning system still functions, although the compressor could use a rebuild to perform at its best. So, is it worth the asking price? Personally, I think it's one of the better bargains on the market. For under $9,000, you're getting a rust-free, low-mileage, mostly original luxury coupe that's ready to cruise and represents a style of American automobile that's becoming increasingly uncommon. If you appreciate big, comfortable classics with authentic survivor appeal, this 1977 Chrysler Newport is definitely worth a closer look. Number 15. The 1967 Plymouth Sport Fury. What if I told you that for just $6,500, you could own a classic 1967 Plymouth Sport Fury that's already running, driving, and ready to enjoy? In today's classic car market, it's becoming increasingly difficult to find a solid, full-size American coupe at this price point. That's exactly what makes this Sport Fury stand out. Finished in beige, this Plymouth carries the long, sweeping body lines and distinctive styling that defined Chrysler's full-size cars during the late 1960s. It's a design that's elegant rather than flashy, giving the car a timeless presence wherever it goes. According to the seller, this is a two-owner car with a clean title, and several important maintenance items have already been taken care of. The carburetor has been rebuilt, a new fuel tank has been installed, the radiator has been flushed, and it rides on new tires, all upgrades that make it far more enjoyable and dependable to drive. What I like most about this listing is its simplicity. There's no long list of modifications or over-the-top performance claims. Instead, it's presented as an honest classic that's been maintained and kept on the road. So, is it worth the asking price? In my opinion, absolutely. For just $6,500, you're getting a complete, running 1967 Plymouth Sport Fury with recent mechanical work and a clean title. Even if you decide to improve it over time, it's an affordable way to get into the classic car hobby. Not every classic has to be a six-figure muscle car. Sometimes the best value is a well-kept cruiser that lets you enjoy the experience without breaking the bank.